वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवच्च च कृष्णा भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वृंदा देवी की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, योगमाया पूर्णमासी देवी की जय।
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण सेवा पालो प्रेयाभिलाषी राधा कृष्ण सेवा प्रेयाभिलाषी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। जे तुम्हार शरण हो तार वांछा पूर्ण हो। जे तुम्हार शरण हो तार वांछा पूर्ण हो। कृपा तोरी करो तारे वृंदावन वासी। कृपा तोरी करो तारे वृंदावन वासी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। मोर दया अभिलाष विलास कुंज दियो वास। मोर दया अभिलाष विलास कुंज दियो वास। नयने हरे गो सदा जुगल रूप राशि। नयने हरे गो सदा जुगल रूप राशि नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। हे निवेदन धरो सखीरानुगत करो। हे निवेदन धरो सखीरानुगत करो। सेवायाधिकार दिया करो निज दासी। सेवायाधिकार दियो करो निज दासी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। दीन कृष्ण दासे को जे नमोर हो। दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये नमोर हो। श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेम तो श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेम सदा जी नमामि नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। ओ जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय वृंदे। जय तुलसी महारानी 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 जय वृंदा देवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय वृंदा देवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय वृंदा देवी 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवच च कृष्ण भक्ति पदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसी
देव्याय प्रियाय केशवच च कृष्ण भक्ति पदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वृंदा देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय।
प्रभु नित्यानंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव साई गौर भक्तवृंदा गौर भक्तवृंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव साई गौर भक्तवृंदा गौर भक्तवृंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय श्री चैतन्य जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंदा गौर भक्तवृंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंदा गौर भक्तवृंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे 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 राम नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice. On behalf of Balaram Prabhu and his Dharmapatni and the entire family, I'd like to welcome you to this second segment of Hari Katha in this beautiful Balaram Gauydia Ashram. Coming here and seeing such a structure and knowing that this was the desire of somebody, it really, really enlightened my heart. And only few people can have those desires and get to fulfill it. And my Pai here has done that to make it possible not only for this generation, but many generations to come, that they can come and serve. And all of you who are watching, especially all of you who are locally here in Trinidad, I humbly beg of you, please come out and serve in a temple like this, because it's going for a worthy cause. I personally can attest to it. This evening, we have no stranger here with you, who is officiating, son of the soil, Sri Sudarshan Das. He is a stalwart musician, but most foremost, he is a servant of a servant of a servant of the Lord. And it is his Guru Maharaj instruction, our Guru instruction, that he is embarked on this mission. Sudarshan is the disciple of Nitya Leela Pravishta Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I will kindly ask you to stand for the opening pranam and arti.
Narayana श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने।
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी आद्यादिदेशधारिणे।
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी आद्यादिदेशधारिणे।
भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
Please take your seats. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णदाय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। भक्त्या विहीना तवैवास्मि न जीवामया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नय मां शरणं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
First of all, I offer my most respectful and humble obeisances innumerable times unto the dust of the lotus feet of my Shri Guru Maharaj. Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Para Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashvatarashata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Same unto my Param Gurudev, same unto all Acharyas coming under this Brahma Madhva Gauydia Sampradaya. In particular our Rupanuga Varga Acharyas. My humble pranam to all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, all Purohits and Pandits. I give my humble pranam to each and every one of you. Balaram Prabhu asked me to speak something on Gopishwar Mahadeva. First I want to tell you a little bit on Sri Pramod Puri Maharaj. I saw one video when Bhajan Maharaj came to Coral Springs, Port Lauderdale area, when he was 99 years old. 99, I think he lived up to 103 or something. And you would be surprised how strong he was preaching. And their Guru Srila Prabhupada and his Guru Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav, our Param Gurudev, their Guru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhu. When the doctor told him, you have to take rest now, your heart is too weak, you know what he replied? Anybody knows? His very last breath he's going to preach. We're going to die anyway. Better die doing this. So he was giving this verse that I never forget. Because we are having problems with caterpillars by the house. Caterpillars become what? Wow, you're so brilliant. He was giving that verse. That we are in one out of the 400,000 human-like species. I think scientists, biologists say Homo sapiens or something, don't they? They don't know much, you know. As a matter of fact, they don't really know anything much. 400,000 type. Where is the evidence? Padma Puran. Not one less, not one more. He was giving. Jalajanavalakshani sthavara lakshabimshati. Krimayo rudra sankhya pakshinam dashalakshanam. Trimshal lakshani pashava chatur lakshani manusha. I wish you will hear a 99-year-old sadhu is speaking so powerfully. And he's telling you, I think I said it on one night in Devi, you could go to sleep tonight and not even wake up tomorrow. It is so urgent that you find a proper guide. And Hanuman Chalisa was sung. Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karahu Gurudev Ki Nai. If you don't have a bona fide guru, he is so merciful, he will guide you. But you must have a guru. Kagbhashundri told Garudri that even though you become so great like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, but without a bona fide guru, a real guru, not karna ke guru. You know candlefly? What is the use when the sun rises? Candlefly has no meaning. It's a waste of time. So when real guru comes, all the candleflies will fade away. You wouldn't even notice them. Because 900,000, we have to go back again, you know. 900,000 aquatic species, not one less, not one more. Sometimes you see on Discovery, oh, scientist has discovered 12 new species in the ocean. Good for you, you continue. We already know. How many? Sthavara laksha vimshati. Sthavar means like the trees, even mountain, those that cannot move. Sthavar means to stay put. 2 million kinds. Krimayo Rudra means 1100,000. You know, Sankhya means counting two. So the same counting method that you're talking about, Rudra Sankhya ka. 1100,000 Krimayo. Krimayo means insects, serpent-like and so on. Caterpillar falls into which category? Insect. What comes after insect? Pakshinam dashalakshanam. See how perfect this Padma Puran is telling us. From Krimayo, because this is the way you're going, this is the real evolution. From the insect life, you get wings. And you have a perfect example, the caterpillar will sprout some wings. Pakshinam. Trimshal Lakshani. Trimshal means 30. Lakh Lakshani means 100,000. 30 by 100,000 is what? 3 million kinds of Pashu, four-legged animals. And Chatur Lakshani, Manusha. He was giving this verse. Now when we took Harinam in Coral Springs, My brother Lakshman Prabhu, you should know, I think. Lakshman Prabhu from here, you know Balaram Prabhu. I think so. He told me, ask Srila Gurudev that he is still doing Havan, if he could continue or not. Srila Gurudev replied, you could do, but Hanuman and Lord Shiva, they are pure devotees. Pure devotee. So, one time it's a beautiful pastime that my Guru Maharaj used to tell. Lord Shiva was curious to know what was going on in the Ras Mandala, all this Ras dance, what is happening? So he went to Purnamasi Devi because no male can go there. So he wanted to go, so what happened? He has to get a female body. So Purnamasi Devi told, jump in this pond here and you will be transformed as a gopi. You will look just like gopi. So he dived there because he's very curious. Anybody here curious to know what will happen? What kind of dance Krishna and all the gopis are dancing? These things are so beautiful. You know, just not sidetracking. In the Bhagavad, how many descriptions, how many nights is described on this Ras dance? Anybody knows? So long Krishna and the gopis, they're dancing, dancing, dancing. How many nights are described? Only one night in Bhagavad. In the Ramayana it is said, after Ram was coronated as king, every morning, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Hanumanji will take a walk. You know how many morning walk they give? But we are so fortunate, still we're getting a glimpse of these things. Don't think that we know all these scriptures. By the way, even Ramayana, it is stated in Bhagavad by Sri Shukadeva Goswami that initially Lord Brahma spoke 1 billion verses of Ramayana to Narad Muni, and Narad Muni summarized that and gave to Valmiki. So don't worry about Sampurna Ramayana complete. What complete? My Guru Maharaj told that when that time for Sita Devi, he wanted to make sure that her chastity, she's pure. So they wanted to do test. So she was so upset and felt insulted. Why are you thinking? Man Kram Vachan say, in my mind I never think of anyone else. You know what she told? Prithvi Ma, open and take me if I am pure. And then the earth opened, and from one throne, Prithvi Ma came to take her. Then Ramchandra said, oh my God, this is real. He took the bow and arrow. Prithvi, give me back my Sita, otherwise I'll shoot. And Valmiki got up and ran and, oh my Lord, only up to here I have written. I don't know more Katha than this. He didn't know that more things will happen. So when Lord Shiva jumped into that pond, and he got a beautiful gopi form. So he went and hiding and want to see what's happening, hiding from little bushes. When Krishna, Radha, all the gopis, Krishna says, something is wrong, the mood is not right. Something wrong, you know? Yeah, in China they didn't want to give phone because they say they will wing the wrong number. Something wrong. So they started looking for this gopi, that gopi, and they found him. They said, what's your name? You forget to ask Purnamasi Devi what name to give. Who's your husband? Which family you belong to? He forget to ask all these things. And they started to hit him on the cheek. Understand? But why is he doing that? Because he himself in Shiva Tattva, the topmost form of Sadashiva even, is Gopishwar Mahadev. Because you cannot enter into that Ras Mandal without his permission. So Prabhu said, please say something. And Sadashiva in 2010, Sadashiva is Vishnu Tattva. Is not ordinary, not just Shankar or Shambhu. Sadashiva is Vishnu Tattva. I'll take one bhajan now, we will start to split it, give everybody a little chance.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachano Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Kripa Koro Vaishnava Thakur Sambandh Jani Bhajte Bhajte Abhiman Avadu Abhiman Avadu Kripa Koro Vaishnava Thakur Sambandh Jani Bhajte Bhajte Abhiman Avadu Abhiman Avadu Amita Vaishnav Ebuddhi Hoye Amanina Ab Ami Amita Vaishnav Ebuddhi Hoye Amanina Ab Ami Pratishta Siyasi Hridaya Dushde Hoy Benira Yagami Hoy Benira Yagami Kripa Koro Vaishnava Thakur तुम्हारे किंकर अपना जनिभा गुरु अभिमान नित्य जी तुम्हारे किंकर अपनी जनिभा गुरु अभिमान नित्य जी तुम्हारे सदा निकषे पति भजी सदा निकषे पति भजी कृपा करो वैष्णव ठाकुर संबंध जानिया भजते भजते अभिमान अवधू अभिमान अवधू कृपा करो वैष्णव ठाकुर जय 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 वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय
I bring back so many nice memories. I'm so happy that at least somebody is challenging this. Try to sing. I sang this in Texas, I think. Now we go to who is this Maharaj Parikhit? We have to know. He's the son of Abhimanyu and Uttara. Abhimanyu was the son of Arjun and Subhadra. Very good. Subhadra was the sister of Balaram and Krishna. So when the Mahabharata coming to the end, even after Ashwatthama killed the 5 sons of the Pandavas, he thought what the Pandavas he's finishing off. There's one baby was coming to this world, Parikhit, in the womb of Uttara. So he discharged a Brahmastra to destroy that baby in the womb of the mother, to finish all the Pandavas. And Uttara started to feel this great heat burning inside her, and she begged Krishna to save my baby. Krishna entered into the womb and saved Parikhit. And since that, Parikhit is looking for Krishna everywhere. The word pariksha means to examine, to search. So he's searching, where is that Krishna? So Maharaj Parikhit is not some ordinary king. By the way, he was not just a king, he was the emperor of the entire world. So when a child is born, you read Patra and you get the horoscope. When this baby will be 5 years, when this thing is real. I don't want to hear people say they don't believe. When I was about 18 years old, I wrote to Pandit Tabor in India, and every single thing they said is true. Everything you want to know is true. I know people say, oh, we don't believe in this long time nonsense. Don't get trapped with that. Don't get trapped. They already foretold, it was there, that this baby, when it grows up such and such time, will die by a snake bite. And then Maharaj Yudhishthira said, never mind, everybody has to die. We want to know how he will rule the kingdom. That's important. Because between birth and death, that's the thing, how you live your life. So this is important. I will go back a little bit. Last night I think some people got lost, probably including me. I said I went too fast. Go back to text 32. So, first canto, chapter 18, verse 32. So anybody could go back and read this. We already talked about how the Shamik Muni, all his hair was scattered all how, jhabri, remember? And there was a deer skin over his body also. Tasya mean his, that's it. Tasya putra ati tejasvi. That Shamik Muni had a son. His name was anybody knows the name? Shringi. His name, and he was extremely ati. Ati means very extreme. Tejasvi, very powerful. Biharan balakor bhakai. He was playing with his friends. So they said he was around 12 years old. The children always play. But he was very powerful, because look at his father, what kind of trance he is in. Ragyagham prapitam tatam. He heard, Shutva, he heard about what happened to his father. Somebody the king put a dead snake on his shoulder. And these are the important ones. Tatredam abravit. Tatredam means tatra idam. Sanskrit mein. Tatra means there and then. Idam abravit. This is what he said. Oh, he spoke as follows in proper English language. Aho adharmah palanam. Oh, you leaders, now you have become adharmic. Adharma means you're performing, you're not practicing religion as it's supposed to be. It is adharma. Pivnam bali bujam eva. And he's insulting him like you're like a crow. And dwarapanam shunam eva. Shuna means dog. Dwarpanam. Dogs, we know, Vedic tradition, you don't have dogs on your bed sleeping with you. In India, I don't think they have a shop where you take dogs and you shampoo them and you. I have seen, you know those old motorbike with the attachment? Because it was on the highway and I couldn't take my phone to snap or to video it. This dog with shades. And they go, I was like, what? So dogs are not allowed in the home, and especially to come and eat in the same plate and so on. This is why he's saying. So he's saying like dogs. This is very insulting to someone like Maharaj Parikhit. But I want you to remember, he was playing with his friends. And you know how when you get news and you don't get the right news, you start to react and overreact? So right there and then he started to speak, not knowing the real history that Maharaj Parikhit was very thirsty, very hungry, very tired. You know, there is a saying, who in the kitchen does feel the heat is the one who is really experiencing. They alone know what they are experiencing. I thought I'll lighten up a little bit tonight because before nobody might come tomorrow. So when you're suffering, there's a beautiful song, 1957, I think it's Neil Money. you all will come back tomorrow. Now this is a very, very serious thing. Not finding out carefully what the actual situation is. Our Guru Maharaj gave this history. Bharat never wanted the kingdom. You know Ramayana. So Bharat is going to beg Ramchandra to come back and you be the king. He doesn't want to. You know Ramayana. While he was going, all the mothers going, all the ministers, and one army is going. Lakshman saw from a distance because he is like the protector of his brother. He is the one who will Tehriya, ready for battle. And he got his bow and arrow. I'll finish him. I'll finish him today. Having the kingdom is not enough. You want to come and finish Ramchandra so he doesn't come back to get the kingdom. Ramchandra, Lakshman, bhai. Shant ho, calm down, calm down. And he gave him this beautiful little story, little history. This lady had to go out for a little bit and she had a young baby and she was minding a mongoose just in case snakes. When she came back, the mongoose had blood in the mouth and she took a stick and beat that mongoose and killed the mongoose. Then when she got the baby safe and she saw the dead snake, the mongoose fought with that snake and killed the snake to protect the baby. But she was ready and killed the snake. See how stupid. So then Lakshman understood. Be careful and understand the situation. And while Bharat was coming, everybody was getting good sign. The man was getting the pulsing on the right side and the ladies, well, there's how many ladies? It's just. So they were getting, and that was in Chitrakoot. And then when Bharat came, Maharaj Janak was there. And Bharat is saying, oh, my dear brother, please come back. I love you so much, I cannot live without you. And then Janak told, if you love your brother so much, then you will do what he wants. If you really love him, let him do as he please. He chose to stay in the forest and then leave him. Only then Bharat left. He didn't want to go back. ब्राह्मण ही क्षत्र बंधु ही गृहपालो निरूपित स कथम तद गृहे द्वास्थ स भांडम भोक्तुम अर्हति. This is where the Brahmin, they're so puffed up that we are the Brahmin order, Brahminical order. Even the Kshatriya, Kshatra Bandhu here, the sons of the Kshatriyas, they are actually dwastha. They have to stay by the door because they have to protect the Brahman. Big abhiman. Krishna gate bhagavati shastri utpath gaminam. Krishna has gone now. He was a supreme protector. Tad bhina setun. Bhina means separated. He is gone. Listen to this word, adyaham. Adya means today, aham, I, shasmi, I myself, I will punish, pashyata me balam. I will punish him. Pashyata means you just witness what I'm going to do. Witness me balam, my powers. What does that sound like? When somebody say, you just watch and see what I do. How much power I have. What does it sound like? Not knowing the real situation, but you want to show off on your friends. This is a child still. So it's a childlike thing. And I think many people say, those who claim to be Brahman. Because real Brahman will not curse like that. This boy is very immature. His intelligence is not developed. You will hear that. And they like to say, don't play with me, no, we are Brahman. I put a curse on you, that's it, You! So this is the fear they put in people. Iti uktva roshatam raksho. Aksha, his eyes became red with anger. Vayasyan rishi balakaha. And then, on to his playmates, his friends, this rishi balakaha. Shamik rishi, his son, Shringi is doing it. Kaushiki aap upasprishya. Prabhu will tell you, those Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, they know you have to invoke the sacred rivers and so on. Om apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastham gato piva yasmaret pundarikaksham sabahya bhyantara shuchihi. Om Gange cha Yamane cha Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindho Kaveri Jalasmin Sanidhim Kuru. And you touch that and invoke, it's a secret thing. But water plays an important role. Christianity, I think you have that. Islam, they convert you by just sprinkling water, they say some prayer. And of course, you baptize in Christianity. And do you know, in Sanatan Dharma, when you become purified and you're ready to go back to Krishna, Sri Durga Devi's duty is to take you into that Karanodak ocean and bathe you, and you're ready to go. I think I've told many times, little boy is so mischievous, eating dal and dal running on here, pants falling, and running behind his father who is a high court judge, running into the court. Who is he going to chastise? Not his wife, the mother of the child. You have to keep that child and train this child properly. But when the child is properly disciplined, then mother will say, come, take bath here, dress, put perfume, go with daddy. Take the briefcase. That is what we want. We want to be ready to help, to be part of this great Leela of Bhagavan. Not dal running on here and dirty like that. So he touched the water of Kaushiki river. Upasprishya. Vaka vajram visasarjaha. And Vak means words. Now he is uttering these mantras after touching the water. Like a thunderbolt, he is going to curse this great king. Iti langhita maryadam takshakah saptame hani dakshyati sma kulangaram chodito me tattadruham. Langhita. You know what is Maryada? Etiquette. Purushottam. Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam. Krishna is Leela Purushottam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prem Purushottam. So Langhita means you are actually breaking the rules. So he's with his friends and he thinking the Maharaj Parikhit is so bad. He's breaking all his rules, I will punish him. Takshaka Saptame Ahani. Ahani means day, the seventh day, Saptame. The seventh day, you will be by a Takshaka, snake bird, Dakshyasi. You'll be bitten. You're the wretched of the dynasty. He is insulting Maharaj Parikhit. And Chorito me tattadruham, because you have insulted, you have shown enmity towards my father. The Brajajan.
Shiradi Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Shama 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 Shiradi Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Shama 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 Shiradi Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Radhe Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham
Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham
Radhe Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Shri Radhe Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Mora Makut Makara Kriti Kundala Gala Vijanti Mala Charanana Nupar Sala Radhe Sham Shama Sham Shri Radhe
Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Varadana Kamadali Lochana Baki Chintavana Hari Sundara Varadana Mohana Mohana Vamshi Vihari Radhe Sham Shama Sham Shri Radhe
Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Vicharavi Gopi Janamana Hari Govardhan Shri Govardhan Dari Hari Sham Shama Sham Shri Radhe
Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
Radha Krishna Mili Avatao Gaura Rupa Avatari
Radha Krishna Mili Avatao Gaura Rupa Avatari
Kirtana Dharma Pachari Radhe Sham Shama Sham Shri Radhe
Brajajana Sukakari Radhe Sham Shama Sham
नाम रूपावतारे चरणन में बलिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे नारायण बलिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे राधे श्याम 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 राधे श्याम
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
श्री राधे व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे
व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम
श्री राधे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री राधे व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे
व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम
राधे व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे व्रज जन मनस ककारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम
After placing this curse, pronouncing this curse on such a devotee who even actually saw Krishna, personally saw Krishna. Then after, tato bhetyashramam balu. Then he went to the ashram where his father was. Gale sarpa kalevaram, and he saw the snake on the shoulder resting. Pitaram viksha dukharto. When he saw the snake on the shoulder of his father, mukha kantoru rodha, he began to cry very loudly. Sava angira so Brahman, means that Brahman, Shamik Muni, is coming under the lineage of Angira Rishi. Not ordinary. Shutva sutavilapanam, hearing this loud cry, lamentation of his son, unmilya shanakair netre. Very gradually he started opening, eyes opening, because the cry broke his trance. Drishtva chamse amritoragam. Drishtva means, and he saw cha amshe on his shoulder, mrita urgam, a dead snake. Visrijyatam cha papracha. He just dusted out, take it and just throw it off. Like no big deal. The dead snake, okay. He has deer skin, hair all over, so some dead snake, throw it over. And then he asked, papracha, he asked his son, hey Vatsa, my dear boy, son, kasmad hi rodishi, why are you crying? Kena vate apakritam. Kritam, somebody has done some action, but apakritam. Not a proper action. Who has done some harm to you? Because you're crying. Ityukta sa nyavedayat. By saying that, then his son explained everything, what happened. That he heard, he was playing with his friends, he heard somebody put a dead snake on the shoulder. And he placed a curse on Maharaj Parikhit. He explained all of this. So if you hear your 12-year-old can curse the emperor, you feel proud of him? What do you feel? That's the way to go, my little boy can curse? Because I heard many say like that some people read in Bhagavad and they say, see, don't play with me, A little 12-year-old Brahmin can curse the king. So what about me? When I was reading this, I remember there's a great scholar, Digvijayi. All directions he has defeated everyone. Keshav Kashmiri. He's coming to Navadvip Dham. So all the scholars are shaking because he already defeated everyone else. All direction. So they thought, you know what? Let's put this little Nimai Pandit. Who is Nimai Pandit, This is the childhood name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 12 to 13 years, like this boy. So I remember that. So the day before this big competition to see which scholar is better, Mahaprabhu was playing, he was with his friends by Ganga. And he heard this big Keshav Kashmiri is coming to challenge all the scholars. So he said, my dear sir, very respectfully, can you compose some verses on Ganga? And while he was composing the verses, because he's such a scholar, like 100 verses, like that. But Mahaprabhu pointed out, say the 64th verse. But my dear sir, why are you saying Parvati Bhartu? Why are you saying Parvati Bhartu? Means the master. Because you already use in this verse Lord Shiva. Why are you saying a husband now? Does she have another husband? And this is a mistake in Sanskrit when you do like that. Redundancy. So this Kashmiri, Keshav Kashmiri, felt very, embarrassed as a little boy. He's pointing out my mistake. And by time the next day, the night time, Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati gave him a dream because they used to worship Saraswati for knowledge. I said, that is my master, what are you doing? You come to challenge my master. And then he went, the next day bowed down. There was no debate or anything. But the big scholars, they had a good plan. If we put him, we can see if any weak points, how we can challenge him. And this little boy, they say, oh, he's just a little boy, he defeated him, now they're going to try us. And if this little boy defeated him, there's no need for me. Look at that, a little 13-year-old defeated him. Can you imagine what kind of scholar we are? Yeah, like that. So, Nishamya Shaptam Atar Arham Narendram. Nishamya means when he heard about the curse, when the little boy explained. Sa Brahmano Natmajam Abhyanandat. That Brahman, Shamik Muni, Na Atmajam means his own son. Atmaja came from him. Na Atmajam Abhyanandat. He did not congratulate him. He said, yes, my boy, my 12-year boy could curse the king. He didn't do like that. You know what he said? Aho batam ho mahadadyate kritam. Today, Adya, you have committed a great sin. Alpiya sidroha uruddhamodhritaha. Alpa means meager, very insignificant. So this word is here, alpiya sidroha. For a very insignificant offense, you have rewarded or awarded such a heavy punishment? Why would you do that? So he started to chastise his son. Oh my boy, here, avikalpa budhe, avipakva budhe. Pakva, you know what is pakka? When you say the fruit is pakka, like our Guru Maharaj told one brahmachari, don't look at ladies now, you remain and live a pakka brahmachari life. Very strict. So he began to say, because your intelligence is immature, it is not developed yet. This is why you did this. Oh my dear boy, again he's saying like that. The Lord who carries the wheel of a chariot is represented by the monarchical regime. This is the ancient system. And when this regime is abolished, the whole world becomes filled with thieves, who then at once vanquish their unprotected subjects like scattered lambs. Tad adya naha papam upaiti, and so he started this. For all what will happen now, all these sins, we shall be responsible. Naha means this is our sin. We are the cause for this. See? Shunam kapinam iva varna sankara. And what happens? Society, there will be a great breakdown in society. Varna sankara. And there will be unwanted population. The people will come down like dogs and monkeys. You know, kapinam, shunam. The Emperor Parikhit is a pious king. He is highly celebrated as and is a first-class devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a saint amongst royalty and he has performed many horse sacrifices. When such a king is tired and fatigued, being stricken with hunger and thirst, he does not at all deserve to be cursed. Kshutta trita kshrama, these are the three things. Hunger, kshut, trit, thirsty, shrama, very tired. Yutta dino, naivas chapam arhati, shrap. He doesn't deserve to be cursed when a king like that. Apapeshu svabhriteshu balena pakva buddhina. Again he's saying that your intelligence is not developed. Then the rishi prayed to the Supreme Lord to save his son. O all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, please pardon this immature boy who had no intelligence and who committed the great sin of cursing a person who was completely free from all sins, who was subordinate and who deserved to be protected. We'll take one bhajan again.
हमने जग की अजब तस्वीर देखी, कहसता है दस रोते हैं। हमने जग की अजब तस्वीर देखी, कहसता है दस रोते हैं। ये प्रभु की अबुत अरबुत जागीर देखी, कहसता है जग दूते हैं। हमने जग की अजब तस्वीर देखी, कहसता है दस रोते हैं। हमें हंसते मुकरे चार मिले, दुखियारे चेहरे हजार मिले।
The sage thus regretted the sin committed by his own son. He did not take the insult paid by the king very seriously. But it is very strange that the king was put in that situation, and then this thing about it to meet his death by a snake bite. It was already foretold that is going to happen. Because it's very rare this king will do something like that. And we'll hear just now, many times I get this question, why bad things happen to good people? Try to check in scripture. What did Ramchandra do? What did he do wrong? That he had to leave. The day for coronation, he was banished. Separation. In Sanskrit it is called Vipralamba Bhava. Or you have Sambhog, meeting, and Vibhog, separation. Because we're going to lose such a great king. When Akrur came over Jamuna, and when he decided to take Krishna and Balaram, the Gopi said, you are not Akrur, you are Krur. Krur means cruel. Your name is Akrur, but no, you should be named Krur. Come to take our Krishna away from us. And the gopis were lying down in the road. Go ahead. Let the chariot go over us. How sad is that? This is all they know. I was talking again to Mahabudhi Prabhu, you know. And he was reminding, saying all these things so nicely. That in Braj, nobody knows that Krishna is Supreme Lord. Those who know Ramayana, when Mother Kaushalya also, oh my God, when she saw all these like Virat Rupa, am I to understand that my little son is the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Father? Immediately Ramchandra, pull that and come back as a baby. Because that will disturb Vatsalya Ras. Remember Shanta Ras. Shanta Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhur Ras Naam Krishna Bhakti Ras Madhye Hai Pancha Pradhan. So, some know him as friend, some know him as my son, and some know him as my lover. They don't know that he is the Supreme Lord. Rambai told one of the nights that Srila Prabhupada told he established Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when Gurudev came, he said, now forget that. And now let your supreme aim be Krishna Prem. Find that love of Krishna, because that will disturb. That is an Aishwarya Bhav. To know, oh Bhagavan, oh my Lord. No. Be a friend, then you become equal. The monist, those who want to merge and become one. The Vaishnavas, devotees say, why you want to become one? We want a superior position. Like Yashoda Ma can ring the air, hey, Kanhaiya, come here. Wash up, you have to take your dinner and bedtime. Come on. Can you imagine that? I know sometimes the husband give the wives a little bit to play boss, you know. Sometimes they say, I'm not coming out, I am the boss and I'll stay below the bed. Right, Rajesh? So, when Krishna had to leave, Maiya ki mamata taj baba ग्वाल बाल की मित्रता गोपियन की तज के सब परिवार को तज मुरली की तान अपनों से मुख मोड़ के मधुरा चले रे पार सुना सुना लागे बिरज का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ चले सुना सुना लागे बिरज का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ प्रेम दीवानी राधा रानी भरने नन्हे पानी प्रेम दीवानी राधा रानी भरने नन्हे पानी सुदर्शन सुमत कहे हरे कान्हा हरे कान्हा हरे कान्हा सुदर्शन सुमत कहे हरे कान्हा तेरे हाथ की जानी कैसे कटेगी तुम बिन साथी कैसे कटेगी तुम बिन साथी जीवन की अब जाने सुना सुना विरह का सुना विरह का गोकुल को छोड़ चले Now I'll take maybe 2 verses, 3 verses from chapter 19 and we will close off. First canto, chapter 19, text number 1. Suttuvacha mahipatistva ath tat karma gahyam mahipatistva ath tat karma garhyam vichintayan atmakritam sudurmanah aho maya nichamanaryavat kritam niragasi brahmani gudha tejasi. Remember when Maharaj Parikhit was put the snake on his shoulder and walking, going towards the palace, he was thinking, I wonder if he was really in trance. Now he's thinking, oh, is he faking it? Is he pretending because he doesn't want to receive me? I'm a Kshatriya Bandhu. So while he's walking here saying, and who is Maharaj Parikhit? Mahipati. What is Mahi? You know what is Mahi? Not Dahi, you know, Mahi. Mahi means the world. He is a protector, Mahipati of this whole planet. Where is the evidence? Same canto, first canto, chapter 17, verse 38. 1:17:38. When he was touring and he saw this darkish color person dressed like a king and beating the cow, want to kill the cow. And this is real king. Not nowadays you're the leader of, you call him what? Commander-in-chief, commander-in-thief some say, commander-in so many things people say. And they're hiding and sending young boys. Infantry means infantry, young soldiers, and let them get killed. And they're hiding. No, he's touring and brave. This is real Kshatriya. Srila Prabhupada told us Shudra is sending. They know what they know about fight. And since we're on the topic, a real Kshatriya must be the ruler, not a Vaishya, not a Shudra. And Brahman does not take that position. Real Kshatriya, generous, not taking and grabbing for family and friends. No, generous, make sure everyone is occupied in something and everyone is being satisfied. This is real Kshatriya. Never Vaishya, everything will be going down because only own money, only deals and money and gain. No. Real Kshatriya. So Maharaj Parikhit on his horseback jumped down and pulled his sword one time and ready to kill. Kali personified. And he said, "Get out from my kingdom." You know what Kali told? He said, "But everywhere is your kingdom. All the 7 continents, all the ocean, everywhere. Where you want me to go? This is my time now. I have to perform my duty to corrupt everything." And then he said, "Abhyartitas tada tasmai sthanani kalaye dadao." Petitioning that way. Kali is petitioning. Then Maharaj Parikhit, sthanani kalaye dadao. Unto Kali, he gave dadao. What are those places? Sthan means places. Hindustan, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Jyutang panang striya suna jatra dharmas chaturvidha. Wherever there is gambling, you can reside there. And you watch and see, anywhere you open a casino, drugs will start to come, all nonsense will start. The whole society, everything is finished there. Jyutang panang, khaike pahana banaharaso. Chumpan, or means liquor, mahapap. Jyutang panang striya, illicit relationship with ladies. Jyutang panang striya suna, means cutting the throat of innocent animals to satisfy your tongue. I know nowadays, and this is why I stop arguing with anybody. From a little boy from 12 years or so, I give up this. Why are you arguing with anybody? Some say, well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You keep your opinion. We take in your opinion of Bhagavad. This is sinful, adharmic, jatra, dharmic, adharma, chaturvidha. These are the 4 sinful principles. So, whoever have some different opinion, goodbye. No? So this is Mahipati. So now he is thinking while walking, going back to the palace, Vichintayan Atmakritam Sudurmana. Now he is very much depressed. Atmakritam. What is Atmakritam? He did that. I mean, we know that providence, the Lord, this was arranged, orchestrated by the Lord for him to put that snake there, which is not a real offense. Brahma Vimoha Lila, those who know, devotees know, Brahma Vimoha Lila. When Brahma did that mischief, he said, let me see. Krishna is with all these boys and see how a friend, Juta, they're eating what their mother, everybody's opening their little lunch. And they're taking a bite and putting it in Krishna mouth. Can you imagine? Would you like to get that opportunity? Yes or no? So what is the secret? How can you get there? Krishna Leela is finished in this universe already. How can you go? You will have to keep listening to pastime, be absorbed in this. And when you give up this body, you will enter into that universe as a dress rehearsal. And next time you go on. Golok Vrindavan. This is the power of this Harikatha. I told in Pinal and Deve, this preaching is not to impress anybody but to inspire. And you have been hearing, I'm not boasting, but since 1975 we have the Anand Sangeet Orchestra, 50 years ago. And 1985 and 86 it was #1 in this country. Every singer want to come to this band. And all musicians were leaving the band and coming to us. How many musicians, how many singers we could accommodate? Becoming like a circus. And you know what was the secret? We didn't have any real professional musicians or singers. Well, the top singers started to come. You know, the love for music, the honesty, and that bond, that togetherness was there. So now he's thinking, Atma Kritam. So when Brahma did that mischief, and when he put into that mystic sleep all the young boys and the calves and so on, when he came back, he saw everything going on normal. He gone to the cave where he put them, he saw them sleeping there. Come back, he see, Arey, what happened here? Then he starts seeing all Vishnu Tattva. Krishna expanded again. This is very deep. And then he started to offer prayers to Krishna. And one of those prayers, Tattenu kampam susamikshamano bhunjana eva atmakritam vipakam. My Lord, those who are enduring and suffering and hoping and waiting for your mercy to be liberated and free, they realize Atma Kritam, that they have done it to them. Not he, not she caused me to be suffering like this. No, you did it to yourself. And this is accountability, responsibility, that he is saying Atma Kritam. We all should practice that. That the king is saying, I did it. And I shouldn't have done that. And this is why I'm so depressed now. Aho maya nicham anaryavat kritam. Oh my God, by me such a low action, nicham, and anaryavat, Arya, you know Arya? Those who are high class in spiritual life, anaryavat, it is like someone who is not civilized at all. Take a dead snake and put in some, what nonsense did I do? Now he's actually, recollecting and actually regretting, full remorse. Niragasi Brahmani Gudha Tejasi. And this Brahman has no fault. Gudha Tejasi, who is very powerful. Dhruvam tato me krita deva helanad. Definitely. Duratyayam vyasanam nati dirghad. Some difficulty is going to come. Not too far in the future, it will come soon, he's saying. Tarastu kamam hi agha niskrityayame. Never mind, I wish kamam. Let it happen. You know why? Agha niskritayame. It will wash away that bad karma. Srila Prabhupada told, if one man kills another, one person kills another, they so hang, you take that person's life and you save him from what he's going to meet. To wipe that out, nullify that one. This is why they used to have hanging in those days. Yatha na kuryam punareva madha. And yatha na kuryam punar. And I will never do it again in the future. Can you actually chastise yourself like that? We all like to chastise others, But when we do something, we stay quiet and maybe nobody really observe what I did. I don't think anybody really taken on that. You stay quiet. No. You have to chastise yourself. Start from here. Sachintayan itham athashinor yatha. Thinking in this way, while he was walking back, he got to hear. He heard Munehe Sutokto Niris Takshakakyaha, that the son of the Muni has pronounced a curse on him to die by snake bite. Sa sadhu mene. Oh, this is good. Sadhu means good. Na chirena takshaka. Do not delay. Can anyone accept death like this? You're going to die. And he said, you shouldn't delay, better it happened. This is the depth of this philosophy. That we better get over this and we move on. Clean slate. Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam. And this would help me to give up all material attachment. Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hari 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 Bol.
Please stand for Arti. Jayo Jayo Ram. राधा कृष्ण जुगल मिलाना, जय राधा कृष्ण आरती करो ये ललितारी सखी गाना, मदन मोहन रूप त्रिभंग सुंदर, पीतांबर शिखी पुछ चूड़ा मनोहर, ओ ललिता माधव वामी वृषभानु कन्या, नील वसना गौरी रूपे पुण्य धन्या, जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मिलाना, जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मिलाना, आरती करो Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Jai 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 Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Shri Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Prayere Satyavate Namo Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripasindhudayeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Please take your seats.
Hare Krishna. So after that display of, what should I call it? Joy, extreme joy by these Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Bliss, yes, that's the correct word. Bliss, blissful dancing. It's indeed a pleasure to be here in this beautiful Balaram Gauydia Ashram. And you know, my thoughts are that many of us dream for certain things. We dream to own a nice Mercedes Benz, to build a pool. But Srimati and Sri Shirley and Bal Gobind Ratan, they dreamt to build an ashram, private ashram for the enjoyment of the public. What great souls. You're bringing so much joy to others. I just have some little thank you to send out here. Before I do that, a reminder that right here, every Thursday and Saturday from 6 to 8, there is satsang. On Sunday also from 1 to 3. Classes, right? Okay, very good. I understand they do Sanskrit classes too. Yes. On Sundays from 1 to 3. We'd also like to say thank you to, well, I would also, on behalf of Gauydia Vaishnava Sangh, we have a very talented guy with us, Anand Ramlogan, who Shirley and Bal Gobind consider to be their son. I understand he's the guy who did all the construction here. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes, very, very talented, an architect. The guy, the bearded guy with the red jersey. Yeah? He's the man who did all of this. We'd like to say thank you to Sankhya TV, Shirley and Ramesh. We'd also like to say thank you to Rajendra for PA, always with us, very professional. Pandit Rajendra, I understand Pandit Mitra is also here with us. Panditji, could we, a few words from you please?
Namaste, Sitaram, Ved Vyasji, respected elders, Pandits, our Gurus, Sri Nandaniji or Jagdatji, respected elders, dear devotees and friends. What a wonderful event tonight's satsang was and continues to be in our minds. Tonight, we are indeed blessed. It is said in Uttarakhand, Bhare Bhagya Manushtana Pava. Tonight, that chaupai has come to life. Because for us to be here, some great thing or things we have done in our existence before, to be in the company of such an illustrious Vyasdev tonight. So, my dear friends, I just want to underscore one thing that Guruji mentioned. That the father did not praise his child for the pronouncement of the curse. As we say in modern terms, let's stick a pin there. That is what teachers and educators worldwide is up against. Sorry to say, but I myself being an educator, parents, we have spoiled our children rotten with love, too much. Even when they have done wrong, we support. And tonight, I bow before Guruji for making that point. That parents are to guide and not support things that are, or attitudes that are unwanted. I was blessed to receive that again tonight in this wonderful ashram. Guruji is here, just like Prabhu Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan was carved out of that probably granite or those other precious stones. Like Ram Lala Murti that came was carved out of special granite and so on. But from our own Trinidad, a small island which is a dot, we have carved out of the best material. Anandji, what is the best material in Trinidad? Sitting right here. Produced. And we're proud that we have produced among all the others an individual such as this. We should give him our salutations. We need to give him our support. And we are to commend, and also we are to realize all the effort that goes into satsang and everything else. Satsang is not easy, my dear friends. And especially the pathway that Guruji here tonight is taking, that course. He is a trailblazer tonight. Last day I said he was maestro. Tonight he's trailblazer. He is chartering the course for younger pundits like myself to follow after him. I've concluded by listening to him, also on television many times and on Facebook and so on. That there's nothing to beat good knowledge, strong knowledge, knowledge from the divine. That clears the pathway to make us understand and to move forward. With the knowledge and with a guru like this, then moksha is a door waiting to be opened. Only with the blessings of gurus and Bhagavan, Prabhu Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan, that we'll have that opportunity to make it. Otherwise, Guruji will correct me if I'm wrong. Punanapi maranam, punanapi jananam, jatare sayanam. We'll come back again and again. We've done it so many times before. We have met Guruji so many times, but this time, I just want to say I ride behind him. He opened the door and I will skate in too. And so many of us. So, on this wonderful night, let me, on behalf of all of us, say Guru, Namaskar, and thank you for this prasadam in the form of this pravachan that you have given to us. If there's none in the world or none in Trinidad who appreciate, all of us here tonight appreciate. And we welcome and we would internalize this Katha that is presented. And of course, follow the footstep. Prem se bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki.
All glories goes to our Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Well, after those wonderful words by Pandit Mitra, there's nothing else to say. Panditji, on behalf of Gauydia Vaishnava Sangh, Sudarshan Prabhu being our spiritual leader, thank you very much for those kind words.